The men's 1500 T20 and Canadian Michael Barber was taking up the early pacemaker role in the race, Colombia's Samuel Guarin, and the Paralympian Carmelo Rivera with him up front. The T20 classification is for athletes with an intellectual impairment. Out in front with a lap to go, Barber, who holds the Canadian record in T20 800 metres and 1500 metres, was one of three runners who had broken clear at the bell. Still Barber of Canada ahead of Samuel Guarin, who was running in his first Parapan American Games, but Carmelo Rivera was falling back as Guarin was pressing on, finishing strong down the straight. Barber, whose personal best is 3 minutes 54.7 seconds, couldn't stay with the Colombian, who was first over the line. Second for Michael Barber, with Carmelo Rivera in third. A golden moment for Guarin at his first major championships and in a season's best time of 4 minutes 10.71. It would be silver for the 23-year-old Canadian and bronze for Puerto Rico, with Carmelo Rivera also clocking up his fastest run of the year. But gold for Samuel Guarin of Colombia. Athletes in the T47 category have movement affected at a low to moderate degree in one arm or the absence of limbs. The 400 metres is the longest sprint event on the track, the runners trying to pace themselves into a medal by timing their run for the line. Down the back straight, it was Alexandra Martins of Brazil in lane 3 who looked to have made the better start. Christian Mejia of the Dominican Republic, though, was in front with 200 metres to go, and coming off the bend on the outside, keep an eye on Daniel Milanes. He was coming home strong. Less than 100 metres to go, it was anyone's race. But the early pace was telling for the Brazilian, and Martins began to fall back. Milanes was pulling clear with the two runners from the US now moving into podium position. Raven Sample in the middle looked to have silver, but right on the inside, on the dip, it would be second for the USA's Tamar Upshaw. A photo finish, just 0.01 quicker than countryman Raven Simple, who took third. A perfectly executed race by Daniel Milanes, timing his finish to complete in 49.94 seconds, just outside the game's record set by countryman Ernesto Blanco of 49.07. It was a fine last 100 metres, giving Cuba the gold, silver for Tamar Upshaw of the USA, and bronze for Raven Sample. Next up, half a lap of the track. The T35 class for runners who are moderately affected in the legs. Some have movement or coordination affected to a low degree in the trunk and arms. They benefit from a short, fast stride. The Parapan American Games record for the 200 metres had been broken in qualifying by Argentina's Maximiliano Villa, who clocked 24.66 seconds. He was running in lane 6. Around the bend, and it was three runners clear of the rest. The medals would be decided here. In the middle, Fabio da Silva of Brazil was in front, but he wasn't going to catch Villa, the Argentine getting quicker, chasing his new record time. In second, da Silva now under the pressure from the second Argentine, and Hernan Barreto powering over the line for second place. It was gold for Villa, 24.79 the time, not quite a new record, but another great run. Gold and silver for Argentina, bronze for Brazil. On top of the podium, Maximiliano Villa with his teammate Hernan Barreto in second. Fabio da Silva of Brazil in bronze. And to the women's 200 metres T12 for runners with a visual impairment. These athletes have vision constricted to a radius of less than 5 degrees and maybe can only recognise a moving object at a distance of a metre. They compete with guide runners to keep them on track. The legend that is Omar Durand, an 8-time Paralympic gold medalist, was by far and away the best runner in the race, having set a new Parapan American Games record in qualifying. From the starting gun, it was a perfect race. Absolute harmony with her guide, whose most important role is to keep up. Alexandra Perez of Venezuela was coming down the straight strong in second. Lorraine Gomez of Brazil sneaking in for bronze. 23.63 the winning time, 0.04 seconds slower than the new Games record, but the gold medal was the real prize in this race. Cuba's Omara Durán, the Parapan American Games champion. Silver for Alexandra Perez of Venezuela. And taking her place on the podium, Lorraine Gomez of Brazil in bronze.